He talked about how boring his wife was. I paid her every Thursday night. Just for context, I run a fantasy club. We're not some sleazy backroom joint. This is luxury. Invite only and full discretion. We craft experiences for men, women, and couples. People come here to live out the stuff they're too scared to say out loud. I have many stories, but this one is too juicy. So there's this guy, let's call him Tom. Middle-aged, polo shirts, and wears a wedding ring but always adjusts it like it's itchy. He starts coming in every Friday and Saturday, like clockwork. Super polite and tips well, but he had this one favorite girl he'd chat with. Didn't even book her at first, just talked. He'd vent about his wife saying, she's sweet, but she's so boring. I feel like I can't even ask to try anything freaky. I'd never tell her about this place, she'd flip out. Now here's where it gets good. Because I knew his wife, I hired his wife. Let's call her Lena. She worked Wednesday and Thursday nights, and was one of our wildest performers. And when I say wild, I mean she had a full costume closet and custom props. First time I interviewed her, she told me straight up, my husband, he doesn't ask questions, barely notices when I leave. I just needed a space where I could be me. I asked if he'd ever find out, for security and safety reasons. She just laughed and said, honestly, even if he did, he'd probably be relieved I'm not bothering him at home. So here I am, every week, watching this man pour his soul out about how vanilla his wife is, while knowing she's 2 nights away from making grown men cry on stage. I thought about telling one of them, but honestly, why ruin a setup that works? He was one of our highest spending members. She was one of my top earners. It was like running a sitcom with no script, just vibes. Until one night, Tom shows up on a Thursday, said he had to swap shifts at work and needed a pick-me-up. I freeze, because Lena's on the schedule. I tried to steer him to a different room, even offered him free champagne. But no, he wants to see the main stage. I'm watching from the balcony, heart pounding, mouth dry. I had already informed one of my bouncer boys about the situation and to keep an eye on Tom in case he tried something violent. Lena walks out wearing full latex, whip in hand, radiating power. And Tom, he goes pale, like he's seen a ghost. You could feel the energy shift in the room. And Lena? She doesn't flinch. She locks eyes with him from the stage, smiles, and keeps going. She owned that stage, while her husband melted in the crowd. He stayed for the whole act and didn't say a word. He left without closing his tab. Lena came backstage, looked at me and said, well, guess